We're finally playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Look, this may be a game nobody's asked me to play, and I genuinely don't intend on this becoming a series. But I've downloaded it because I was like, damn, I really want to play a detective lawyer game, whatever the fuck. You feel me? And it's been so long since I've had this on my PlayStation and I just never played it. So why not play it today? Anyways, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Cal here with another video on the channel. And summer break has finally started in a small state of South Carolina. So niggas has no choice but to go crazy for real on YouTube. I've fallen off due to the fact that I just, don't be consistent, but niggas back and I'm feeling better than ever right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. So let me gain an experience on Phoenix Wright that I've never had before. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Did this bitch just get hit in the head with that statue? Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Nigga got a mole on his forehead. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. So he accusing the nigga of a crime he ain't. This nigga a bitch. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Damn, how you doing, Mia? Shit, you know she a bad bitch when she got that 9 on her neck. Oh, hiya, Chief. Ooh, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on the murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's new to me. I wanted to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life! Everything! It's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Leary? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. What? Come on. The video in peace. Why she calling my name to get her something to drink, lazy ass nigga? I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me? Nick, who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Hold up! Well, that's kind of hard! Yo, this nigga got a whole saying after him. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has this knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case. To clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. Gotta get my boy Butts free, nigga. Free my nigga Butts. That's on Booty and them. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Nigga, damn, imagine that nigga name was Harry. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Readiness? Ready? I think that's what that says. Yes, Your Honor. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts, my nigga. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll be fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me what the victim's name. Ooh, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to so many. Case report cover. It's wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? Or Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming in. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Cindy's autopsy. Her name is only Cindy? Ain't got no last name? Wait. Just press the R1 button to check it out. This is a tutorial. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cinder Block is a crazy name. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me what was the cause of death. She died because she was hit with a blunt object. We've seen that in the cutscene. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. The statue in the shape of the thinker is rather heavy. Okay, good to know. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R1 button to okay, I get it. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls defendant Mr. Butts to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Why this nigga smiling? Your girlfriend just died. I would have thought this nigga was fucking... He was only sad for like the first introduction, but goddamn. He must not have liked that bitch. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim has recently dumped you? Hey! Watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Who the fuck is Mark Anthony? Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumb. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is genuinely what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. See, I'm already noticing something, but I'm gonna say it a little later. Dude! No way! The victim has a model. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... I'm not gonna lie, Larry don't seem like the type of nigga to slander his girl. I highly doubt it. But stopping him from answering would make him look guilty, so go ahead, speak your truth. Might be better not to get involved in this one. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, no way! That cheating she-dog! I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? I gotta hear his reason. I'm gonna let this nigga talk. I know, I'll send him a signal. Did this nigga just do fucking... What was that? How was he supposed to know? Yeah. I was there. I went. Order! Well, Mr. Butts. Dude. Chill. She wasn't home, man, so like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Franklin Sawit to the... This nigga's name is It's this nigga! Alright, bro. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on that day of the murder. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must have been in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to myself to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly, it was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. If this nigga just happened to pass by, how he got so much information. Also, I don't understand if she was coming back from a business trip with a dude. I don't think this has relevance now, which is why I'm saying this, but if she was coming back from a trip overseas with a dude, why would they immediately assume it's her ex that killed her? Wouldn't the dude most likely spend the night with her after going on the trip? I don't even think it was a business trip. It was a vocational trip because she got sugar daddy. She don't need a job. So, wouldn't it make sense if that nigga stayed the night with her and he would have been the dude that did it? But we know it was Mr. Mole Forehead over here. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during the blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for you per usual. Electricity in the Midstone building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the murder or of the crime. Noon to 6 p.m. You said it happened when? At like 1 p.m. 1 a.m. Blackout record added to the court record. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave? Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is it your client really is guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the Find contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. Then once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record. Oh yeah, I get it. Door-to-door selling subscriptions. Hold up. So she died in the PM. Or is that like a different thing? But it says she died at 4 PM. But they said the blackout was 4 AM. So if they were really going to cross at the time, why would he just now be leaving? I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 PM. Okay, he got that. He got that. If she died at 4 PM to 5 PM, then how the fuck did this nigga... Objection! You found the body at 1 PM, you sure? Yes, it was 1 PM for certain. Your Honor, this nigga's capping! Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy note the time of death at sometime after 4 PM. There was nobody to find out 1 PM. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Solid, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 PM? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. We see through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Okay, let's see how much this nigga caps this time. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 PM. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Oh yeah, this nigga's cooks. I see. You heard the voice saying the time of a tape on the tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Your Honor, this nigga's capping again! No. And, hold up. Hey. Look, it says it was out from noon to 6 p.m. and he said he found it around. He doesn't know, he's not sure, right? But noon is from 12 to 6 and he said he didn't use the phone. So this nigga's capping, Your Honor! Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard the television or a video! The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Solid? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Wait, I remember now! Mr. Solid, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Solid. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Alright, this nigga's cooked. This nigga's cooked. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Pack this nigga up. Pack this nigga up. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Wah! You, with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Solid. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may... Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. But how would he know that? As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? Yes? Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hands. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he knew the victim. Went into the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Solid, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were certain about this time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face! Gwah! Nigga think he Ice Spice. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never! Look, the clock, I heard I saw, nigga! Gwah! This nigga just threw his toupee at me? Shut up! I hate you. It was him. I tell you, I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Burn! Give him death! This nigga went to her sugar daddies. That's why he got the toupee. He's not young. He's actually old as fuck. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defenseless claims. Mr. Wright. Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawyer heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear is if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now. Let's sound the clock now here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, you've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawyer heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawyer, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you think it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it. I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination on Mr. Franklin Sawyer. I come all the way down here to testify and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Grr, almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawyer. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes, but that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? The blackout! But it's a table clock. Damn. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course! There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Time of death. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. So that would be like a 6-hour discrepancy. That mean it would stop at noon, right? But it's a table clock. It uses batteries, not electricity. I use this. This is useless. It's just telling me what she got to, and I use this. This is the only piece of evidence that I have left. 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. And it was a 3-hour discrepancy, which means that exactly 3 hours before she died would be 1 p.m. the time he thought he heard. I perfectly understand why this nigga heard 1 p.m. But does this autopsy prove it? Hold up. Where's my phone? I got something to search up. I'm not going to search up the answer, but I'm going to search up what time it is in Paris. Because if Paris is 3 hours ahead, that would make sense. That's all I got. That's all I got. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. on the next day. There. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast! The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Salt, or should I say, Mr. Did It! Diddler did it! You could just throw up and pass out. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out different than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested and had been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever saw someone complete the defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court's find the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty! And with that, this court is adjourned. It turns out that Frank Saw was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawyer left himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawyer grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and killed the bitch. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Whew, I still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this way, or looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait. No, I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone. Man gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. My nigga Larry done fell in love with a bop. That's crazy. Congratulations, Harry. I thought his name was Larry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate dinner. Movie, my treat? Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Wow, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I was so into that chick, and she was just playing me for a fool. Yeah, this nigga finally woke up to reality. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry, are you so sure? Squeeze me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. No, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? I mean, she brought this with her that you made since y'all got macarons. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick, I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. In order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Pause. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him? Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime, maybe over drinks. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The fuck you mean by that? The end? Nigga, what type of cliffhanger is that?